Another weird week, volcanic corruption edition. While Americans forward their entire paychecks directly to gas stations, Mar-a-Lago Antoinette is trying to build himself arches and ballrooms and statues, or as he calls it, groceries. Because he doesn't know what that word means. It's everything people elected him to do: insider stock trading, pay-for-play legislation, and golf. Tons of golf. While our 4-week war in the Middle East rages into its 4th month, the president did finally make a deal with a world leader who still respects him. It was himself. He made a deal with himself. He got his DOJ to sue his IRS for $10 billion. Incidentally, just like his cameo in Home Alone 2, the heads of both those agencies are acting. They're also not good at it. So when the judge said it looked fishy, the president swooped in and made himself an offer he couldn't refuse. Unfortunately for him, a lot of other people did refuse to support it. A $1.8 billion slush fund for his fellow felons and probably also his ballroom, and stop all IRS investigations into him and his family. Fallout was swift. Officials resigned and the Senate refused to fund his ballroom. Then when Todd tried to bribe him, it got worse. They just walked out of D.C. for a week. Because his whole brand is the grift. He's having fake negotiations with Iran, and he brought back fake deals from China. He didn't even come back with those made in America cell phones he's been hawking. They might be fake too. But this is what happens when you elect a man whose bankruptcy record would make Spirit Airlines blush. He's indicting elderly Cubans to feel tough and canceling late night comedians to avoid feeling small. If you were a Republican who was against assaulting police or dumb wars or just wanted to punish child predators, he primaried you out of a job too. We got vacation inflation and a Farmageddon. People in New Mexico are dying from unknown substances, and the known ones might be scarier. Officials declared a global health emergency after an Ebola outbreak, but we cut funding for Ebola preparedness with USAID, as Elon foresaw the world didn't need contact tracing and pandemic mitigation as much as it needed to have a trillionaire. All while Bezos claimed taxing him more won't really make a difference. I still think we should try. There was a mass shooting at a mosque driven by the same hateful rhetoric coming out of both the White House and my home state's governor. And they pretend fraud exists everywhere except the Oval and the president's pardon docket. We're starving out the Cuban people. We pulled troops out of Germany and Poland. And in the middle of a war we're losing, the guy in charge of it stopped to campaign against a dude who just wants what we all want. Just release those dang files. But the pushback is real. Minnesota DA charged ICE agents for lying about firing shots. The Senate voted to curtail the president's war powers, and the House had to scrap their vote because they knew they'd lose. And that gerrymandering push is motivating a lot of folks to show up and vote. It's what we all gotta do. Because the best way to beat overwhelming chaos is to overwhelm that chaos at the ballot box. Have a good weekend. Stay ornery.